Warren City Hall is honoring one of the greatest leaders in civil rights history with a permanent gesture. Hello everyone, I'm Kristen Skladd.
Voting. It's not only a privilege, but our patriotic duty.
They're being dubbed outrageous, ridiculous, out of control. But are these gas prices, some as high as $4.29 a gallon, here to stay for good? Valentine's Day is this week, and the Warren Arthur Miller Library found a way to bring couples together for celebrating. And here's a hint, it involved putting on their dancing shoes.
12 Mile and DeQuinder is a congested area, and one that has seen 60 accidents per year since 2007. On one of the hottest days of the year, I too waited to catch a ride on the bus. And even animals like Dusty the chinchilla here got to join in on the fun too.
The change in weather has sparked increased conversation over potholes across Warren. If you see a spot that needs patching, the city wants to know about it.
Because Campbell Ewald is planning a move to downtown Detroit next year, the Falcons won't be serving as the ad agency's long-term mascot. Yup, you read that right. It's August 5th, and the students here at Searsma Elementary are heading back to class over a month earlier than usual. Today I'm here at All About Animals Rescue in Warren. I'm here with Jeannie, and she's from Out on a Limb Cat Rescue.
Locking your doors sounds simple enough, right? But according to police, that's something the owners of these vehicles forgot to do Sunday night.
July is National Ice Cream Month, and what better way to celebrate than in one of Warren's favorite spots, Leeson's. Let's get ready to dig right in. Walmart's back in town, and you could be a part of the retail giant's mission to put a new face on the once shuttered corner of 12 Mile and Van Dyke. 300 jobs need to be filled by the store's grand opening in March.
We have jobs from salary positions all the way to hourly associate positions, so throughout the whole facility, jobs are open.
I figured Walmart would be a good place to work at because I like being around people and I like the company.
The Warren Walmart is expected to be one of the most advanced locations in the country, which will mean the company will need to keep up with its workforce. Store manager Ken Brewer said everyone who has filled out an application has received a call back.
We're getting about 100 applicants per day. From those applicants, we actually are interviewing about 50 a day, so we're excited about the turnout.
Walmart is moving back into the same Warren storefront it vacated in 2003. Its leaving had a domino effect on the Tech Plaza and left the area run down for years. This time around, Walmart has purchased the entire shopping center and has invested $20 million into the property. The move is sure to turn this one-time ghost town into a rebirth for the community.
So it actually is going to be a great benchmark for the community. So it won't be a store that's just in the community, it'll actually be a store that's part of the community.
My uncle works with Walmart, and he's been there for 15 years, so that tells me it's a great place to work.
Job seekers interested in becoming a part of Walmart's team can apply in person at a temporary hiring center just down the road at 14 Mile and Van Dyke or on the company's website until the end of February. Reporting for TV Warren News, I'm Kristen Skladd.
Welcome back!
You're watching Tom Barnett finish up the last few feet of a 1,400-mile bike tour. For the past 45 days, this Warren resident has been riding solo around the entire outline of Michigan's Lower Peninsula.
It's great to be home.
At age 65, Tom stumbled upon cycling by accident. As a former marathoner, he found a purpose in the sport when he decided to set a goal of riding to raise money for a cause he saw affect the lives of those close to him, multiple sclerosis. During his trip, others he met became curious.
I would say 99% of people I met were outgoing in a way that they wanted to know what I was doing and why I was doing it, and then they were touched by it.
Tom's friends and family all came to cheer him on here today, including the 4 friends who he did this journey for.
I can't believe that somebody would just ride basically a bicycle, over 1,300 miles to raise money for help people like us.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
His trophy for doing all his hard work.
Throughout the 6 weeks, Tom surpassed his initial goal of raising funds for the MS Society not once, not twice, but over and over, thanks to the help of strangers, including one group of bikers he met at a diner in Elk Rapids.
They came in, they were teasing me. Hey buddy, looks like you need some leathers there. And before they left, they passed a helmet around and put $60 on the table and said, keep the rubber down, guy.
And how did that make you feel? And though some points of his trip were tough,
The long days in cornfields and sugar beet fields of just nothing but pavement and me pedaling.
Tom says he would do it all over again.
As I rode back into Warren and the sun came out, I felt really, really good. I'm just doing what I think I can do to help the cause.
For TV More News, I'm Kristen Skladd.
Ever been tempted to use one of these, even if you're not, well, handicapped? Ever put one on when running into a store because you don't feel like parking all the way down there? Warren police say this seemingly harmless act is now going to cost you big time.
They're worthy of the orange sticker, and that's going to be quite difficult to get off, but don't park there.
$270. That's how much you will be paying if you're guilty of parking in a handicapped spot illegally, as Warren police crack down on fraud deception. Officer Paul Kelly patrols the city, unshy of issuing tickets, because as far as excuses go, he's heard them all.
This one, permanent hand issued, date of birth of 2005 is who it's registered to, and it's canceled. The bad handicap sticker, the bad plate, the person is suspended for unpaid parking tickets out of Detroit. This one returns, I just run the numbers through the computer here, and the person returns as deceased. So they are about to get a violation.
The question is, why do drivers with no plate or placard continue to park in these spots? Riding around with Officer Kelly, we spotted empty parking lots like that of the Family Dollar on the city's southwest side, where violators still reign supreme. After receiving a hefty orange sticker on their windshield, those drivers are sentenced to call the court within 14 days.
I don't feel that I'm a violator.
Using a deceased person's.
Well, the doctor gave it to me for her. My name should be on there too.
Your name's not on there,
It's
just
not.
hers.
Well, I have to go get my own.
Correct. On the plate, there's a number up at the top, and I could run that through the law enforcement information network, and it'll tell me who it's registered to and if it's actually a valid one. So I'll run that first and see if it's valid, and if it is, I may or may not wait for them to come out and see who's occupying the car.
While the crime of handicap parking may seem minimal, Officer Kelly has also spotted other forms of fraud, such as carjackers and shoplifters, while out on parking patrol. From 2009 until 2011, 1,400 citations for illegal handicap parking were issued in Warren, not to mention the endangerment of those people who actually have disabilities.
I go out probably a couple times a week. I go through the shopping malls and whatnot looking for handicap violators, but my main goal in there is the mayor wants us in there checking for crimes, whether it be larcenies or retail fraud, whatever, but that's why we're in there, and while I'm in there I check for handicap violations.
The bottom line here is, if you're not handicapped, you're going to be paying the price big time. For TV Warren News, I'm Kristen Skladd.